What if your presence in the room mattered more than your output that day? Ahoy and welcome back to the Captain's Log. Today I want to talk about what it means to lead from presence and not pressure, and why that might be the most powerful shift you can make in your leadership. We live in a culture that glorifies speed, multitasking, and performance. The pressure to be everywhere, respond to everything, and do more is relentless. But here's the paradox. The faster we go, the less present we become. And when presence drops, so does clarity, decision quality, and team trust. Leadership isn't about being the busiest person in the room. It's about being the clearest and the most anchored. The one who can hold the space while others are spinning. Presence isn't soft, and it's not just a self-care buzzword. It's a leadership technology. And like any technology, it needs to be practiced, understood, and applied with intention. The other day, I was in a meeting. I was running it technically, but my mind was everywhere. I was thinking about the next task, the next fire, the next thing I hadn't done. And I caught myself nodding at someone's comment that I hadn't fully heard. And in that moment, something snapped. I'm here, but I'm not actually here. And that's when it hit me. Presence isn't just about meditation or mindfulness. It's about respecting the moment enough to fully inhabit it. I realized there are moments I had been showing up physically, but not energetically. And when you lead from that state, people can feel it. You think you're being productive, but you're actually disconnected. And people will also naturally match the energy that you're bringing into the room. So that was the moment I decided, I want to actually be here. And if I want people to show up and be present, then I need to really hold that space. What if presence is the real productivity? What if the quality of my attention, the calm that I bring into a room, the way I respond rather than react, what if that is the thing that creates real impact? Because presence isn't passive, it's active. It's listening when you want to speak. It's pausing when you want to rush. And it's noticing the space between the trigger and the response. But it's not easy. Presence asks you to stay. It asks you to feel discomfort, to not immediately jump to the next thing, to be with what's happening now, even if it's uncertain or incomplete. And I'm still sitting with that tension because my default is to do. But the deeper practice, the one that I'm learning, is to be first. So I'm asking myself, can I stay with what's here instead of reaching for what's next? Can I trust that stillness can also be a form of service? So here's what I've changed this week. Before every client meeting, I begin with 5 minutes of stillness. No phone, no noise, just breath and arrival. It's not long, but it really does make a difference. I've also started catching myself when I drift, in workouts, in meetings, even mid-conversation. Like during kettlebell training, I realized I was already thinking about the next set before I was halfway through the first. And that is not presence at all. So now I pause, I come back, I train the mind while I train the body. And I've also built my calendar around focus blocks. Certain days are for client work, others for business development or content creation. And I stay in the block even when something else is tugging at me. It's a discipline, but it's bringing me a lot of peace because I'm not just getting things done, I'm giving each thing the attention it deserves. Presence isn't a luxury. It's a very important part of leadership. And if you want to become the kind of leader who's calm, clear, and responsive under pressure, you can't wait for the perfect conditions. One of the axioms we use in MG Taylor says, you can't get there from here, but you can get here from there. That future version of you, the one who leads with steadiness, poise, and vision. They don't just turn up one day. You won't just suddenly find them. You become them by practicing presence now. Not when the chaos is over, not when the inbox is clear, but in the middle of it. So here's your prompt for this week. Where are you not being fully present in what you're doing? Where are you already jumping to the next thing instead of being with what's here? Because the next level of your leadership isn't out there. It starts right here. And that's it for this episode of the Captain's Log. If this has stirred something in you, please do hit subscribe, share it with a leader you respect, or take a moment to reflect before you rush off to the next thing. And do comment below. I'd love to hear what landed for you. Until next time, stay steady, lead lightly, and remember, you don't need to do more. You need to be here for what matters. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a great week. Hold fast.